Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Engy and you've tuned in for another episode of Game of Thrones by Telltale. The last episode we switched from Gerard, who is now going towards the wall, to Ethan, who's now the Lord of House Forrester. And I kinda stuck it up to Lord Whitehill and the guy that got away from Garrett. They weren't too happy, but you know, I wanted to show them my balls as a true lord. I think I did. Lord Whitehill has got a lot to remember, so that might screw me over in the end, but we'll see. As far as I know now, we're going to Kingslanding. That's what it looked like. And my sister should be there, Mira. So let's see how her story unfolds.
Your sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favour. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Marjorie. Now things are getting interesting. So much stuff to look at. Let's just go counterclockwise. Oh, pretty stuff. A letter.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Alright, so Joffrey is already going to marry Marjorie. Again, possible spoilers. Just so you know. Might as well say it again, right? A Yunkish coin from Yunkai.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
Exiled brother. Is Daenerys already in Yunkai? This far in the story? I don't know, I think so. Would be cool if we get to play that guy too. That'd be
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Olenna.
She's still around.
Ethan made this for me.
Okay. Can I bar the door so I could just, you know, keep exploring? Dusty old tome. Look at.
Wonders Made by Man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick.
Longstrider, it's Aragorn.
I hope to see them all someday.
No, it's not. Another window to look at.
King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Can I see King's Landing? I'm looking out of the window and then I just get to see her face. Oh, Jesus. A letter from Mata.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Okay. Alright, cool. So, is that Marjorie? So the Raven already brought the letter, so this isn't happening at the same time. This is happening after the Whitehills came in and why did Hello, Lady Marjorie.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Coal boy or whatever. What is he?
No, it's fine.
You look like a bum. Do I know you?
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
fine.
I'm fine, thank you.
Of course, milady.
Why would I tell him anything?
Please
Might
hurry
be-
if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady.
He might be one of Varys's little birds.
You work for Lady Marjorie?
Obviously.
I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
It is widely known I
It's
do.
widely known that I work for Lady Marjorie.
I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cercei.
Cercei?
Cersei Lannister.
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear
What
much,
did
but
they say?
it was definitely an argument.
What did they say?
I couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble.
Not yet.
Well, I thought you ought to know.
I think.
Most people don't tend to notice a callboy. Not in King's Landing, with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there. Good night, milady.
Maybe I could use him as a spy. What? Hey!
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk.
Hey, that
Come.
is
There's something we must discuss.
her actual voice, right? That's cool. I like that. Good touch. Who the
From
hell
the
are
day
you?
you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
I need your help, my lady.
Of course, and I will help you in any way I can. But there's another matter we must attend to first. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen.
Who is the one behind us?
To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cercei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept.
So I heard.
She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
What does she intend to do?
She intends to make you miserable, knowing that will make me miserable as well. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cercei with the wedding so near.
I'll do as you ask, my lady.
I knew I could trust you. Humor her.
Like
Tell her
Marjorie.
what she wants to hear.
Tell her what she wants to hear, eh? So lie.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
Like how Marjorie looks good even in a video game. What are you looking at, boy?
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Ooh, I'm not very good at that. Maybe silence is an option now.
Good luck.
Thanks. Hey, Tyrion Lannister. Can I talk to him instead? I like him better.
You can do this.
If any option. Look at all three of these people coming out to look at me talk to Cercei.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
I don't want to,
Your
but...
Grace.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord
The one
Forrester.
true king.
He's not here, is he? She is. The girl can speak for her house.
Yes, Your Grace. To the one true king.
The one true king. Yet she didn't say which. The girl is clever.
Thank you, Tyrion.
She only meant...
I don't care what she meant. I care what she said. I won't stand for impertinence from a girl of the North.
If you would give her the chance to explain...
Perhaps she can explain why the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark for centuries. A house of traitors.
They were our wardens.
They were the Wardens of the North. We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Clever girl.
Perhaps too clever for her own good. And she would have us believe she didn't know which king she served. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
He is the Warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
The girl has a remarkable talent for answering questions, while in fact saying nothing at all.
Yes, I guess.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Our talent is unrivaled, Your Grace. Forrester Ironwood is highly sought after in the Seven Kingdoms.
So I'm told. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cercei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms.
Ooh, Cersei.
Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
She was just following her heart, Your Grace.
And the very same heart so quickly led her to my son.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
There's no pleasing Cersei anyway, so...
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would...
girl answer the question.
I
Go
am
on.
loyal to Marjorie.
I must choose Marjorie, Your Grace. I serve at her pleasure.
Clearly your handmaiden does not have her priorities straight.
I think I do.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of Kingslanding.
Thank you, Tyrion.
I'm not quite sure what to make of her. Not surprising, I suppose, for a northern girl, but not very encouraging either. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Did I do good? Can I talk to Tyrion now? Who, who actually has brains?
I'll walk you out.
Thank you.
This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
You were brave
Don't
to
want him
declare
as
your
an enemy.
loyalty to Lady Marjorie.
And stupid.
No doubt
probably.
she was pleased, but Cercei, she will not soon forget what you said.
Screw Cercei.
It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining. But it certainly wasn't what Cercei was expecting.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
As you should. And of course she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard. Not her.
You can help my family.
I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cercei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous. In fact, forget I even suggested such a thing.
I'm sorry, Lord Tyrion, but it's a risk I cannot afford.
I admire your discretion. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight.
Not gonna risk my family
3
or Marjorie.
beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cercei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
That might not have gone as smooth as I wanted it, but... right? As long as Marjorie's happy with me, I'm fine. Guess we'll find out now. Or we
Mira,
won't.
I was worried. How was it? Cercei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
It didn't go very well.
I'm sorry. Cercei is known for being rather difficult.
Bitch.
But at least it's over now.
Tyrion already had
Lady
the
Marjorie
scar.
has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back. Here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his. Sarah! What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell.
Yeah.
The Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour. Which I doubt is Dornish for wife.
You'll get us in trouble.
We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like.
Depends on which one, I guess.
Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you
Hell
become
no!
queen? He does
No.
have a certain look about him. And he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I'd be willing to marry, but not Joffrey.
He's a dick.
Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden.
You know nothing.
Let's
see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match.
Yeah.
Sir Bronn.
That'd be awesome.
And
What are you doing? Well,
Just having
Sarah?
fun. Sorry, my lady.
I'm sorry, my lady. As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move.
Of course.
Yet they say it is men who are powerful.
Queen Marjorie and Lady Olenna.
The Queen was rather disappointed by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over.
She's probably always gonna be disappointed because it's freaking Cercei.
King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
No choice. No, they will.
Do you agree?
I guess. Sarah's right.
Once you are queen, the lords and ladies will do their best to please you.
You learn very quickly.
Thank you. I
Your
tried
words
to.
to Cercei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
I can ask Marjorie for help.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
Well, if you say so.
It's about my family.
I trust her. Go on. Ask.
Oh,
If you could ask
No.
Joffrey to intervene on behalf
No,
of
no,
my
no.
family. Ramsay Snow is on his way to Ironwood to see my brother bend the knee. If Joffrey could send a raven and tell the Boltons no one at House Forrester is to be harmed.
That is no small request.
that is not what I
now.
wanted to ask.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks. And now you would have me ask him to intervene.
No, I wanted to
Is
ask
the
you something
situation
else.
that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa. I will forever be in your debt. My family will forever be in your debt.
Well, she has to help.
I don't know, Mira. If Cercei were to find out...
Well, let's make the best of it, I
Don't
guess.
let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
That was our dear friend Gerard. Okay, so my audience with the Queen Regent Cercei. I don't remember what her title was at this moment, but that didn't go very well. Kinda did. Well, she wasn't pleased, but you know, how the hell do you please Cercei? You really don't ever. So that wasn't gonna happen. I also told Tyrion I wasn't gonna help him because that would get my family in danger. But then I did ask Marjorie to help my family. Not in the way I wanted to, because now I kinda asked her to ask Joffrey to help. He's not gonna help. We all know he's not gonna help. So yeah, there were 3 other options that I could have chosen. I just clicked the wrong one. It happens. Tried to make the best of that option. Hope that helps. I guess we'll see next time in the next episode of Telltale: A Game of Thrones. Thank you all again very much for watching. My name is Engy. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up below and be sure to tune in for the next episode of Game of Thrones. See you all again later. Goodbye.